Somewhere out there, a man is arguing with his girlfriend about how to load a dishwasher. Somewhere else, a woman is judging her boyfriend for taking 3 hours to reply to one text. And honestly, both of them are right. But have you ever wondered why men and women exist in the first place? Like, biologically, why two completely different versions of the same species? Turns out, nature didn't have to do it this way at all. Some organisms don't bother with the other sex thing at all. Bacteria just clone themselves. No dates, no arguments, no anniversaries to forget. Just one bacterium splitting into two identical copies. Simple. Efficient. Zero drama. So why didn't evolution just stick with that? Why did we end up with this? Two sexes. Dating apps. In-laws. The answer starts with a problem called copying mistakes. When you clone yourself, you copy your DNA exactly, including every tiny mistake already hiding in it. Generation after generation, those mistakes pile up. Scientists call this Muller's ratchet. Basically, genetic errors that never get fixed. Imagine photocopying a photocopy of a photocopy forever. Eventually, the picture just falls apart. That's what happens to species that only clone themselves. Sexual reproduction fixes this problem in a clever way. When two individuals mix their DNA, they shuffle the deck. Bad mutations can get cancelled out by good genes from the other parent. It's basically biological error correction. This shuffling also creates variety. Some offspring are stronger, some are faster, some resist diseases better. If a new virus shows up, a genetically diverse population is more likely to have survivors. A clone population could get wiped out entirely, all at once. So mixing genes was a genius survival strategy. But that still doesn't fully explain why there are two sexes, specifically. Why not 3? Or 5? Or one confusing sex that does everything? This is where it gets interesting. Early sexually reproducing organisms didn't have male and female at all. They just had two mating types that could combine with each other. At first, both types produced medium-sized reproductive cells. But evolution noticed something: bigger cells survive better. A bigger cell means more nutrients for the offspring. So some organisms evolved to make fewer, but bigger cells. Others went the opposite direction completely. They started making tons of tiny, cheap, fast-moving cells instead. Why? Because if you can't win with size, you win with speed and numbers. This split created exactly two strategies. Not 3. Not 5. Biologists call this anisogamy, literally. Unequal gametes. One side specialized in quality. The other side specialized in quantity. And just like that, eggs and sperm were born. Eggs, large, nutrient-packed, expensive to produce. Sperm, tiny, cheap, and produced by the millions. This is, biologically, the actual definition of male and female. It's not really about pink and blue. It's about which sex produces the big, expensive cell, and which produces the small, cheap one. And here's the funny part. This ancient cellular strategy still echoes in behavior today. Producing one expensive egg per month is a big biological investment. Producing millions of cheap sperm cells is not. So across many species, one sex often becomes more selective about mating. And the other sex often competes harder for attention. Sound familiar? Peacocks grow ridiculous tails just to get noticed. Deer slam their antlers together like it's a bar fight. Humans invented Instagram. Different species show this pattern in wildly different ways. Seahorses flip the script entirely. Males carry the babies. Clownfish can literally change their sex during their lifetime. Yes, every clownfish in Finding Nemo technically could have become female. Nature clearly did not read a rulebook before designing this stuff. Back to humans though. Evolution didn't stop at eggs and sperm. Hormones like testosterone and estrogen develop to support these different roles. They influence things like muscle mass, fat distribution, and behavior. But hormones are more like dials than switches. Every person's mix is different. None of this means one sex is better than the other. It just means they evolved two very different survival strategies. Both strategies were necessary. Neither one works alone. You need the egg and the sperm, the investment and the competition. Two systems, working together, running on instructions written millions of years ago. So next time a couple argues about something ridiculous, like whether the toilet paper goes over or under, just remember, they're not really arguing. They're two completely different evolutionary strategies, trying to coexist in one apartment. And somehow, it's kept the species alive for millions of years. Honestly? Not bad for two systems that can't agree on anything.